Hey guys, welcome to episode number 329. It's been a long time since I've done an Update Monday video. I know, I've been busy starting up this business, my Aquarium Box, but 2016 is here, and one of my New Year's resolutions is to get back into the swing of making videos. So, what I thought I'd do is start 2016 by talking about 10 things that I want to accomplish down here in the basement in 2016. Now, the first thing that I want to do is finalize my LED lights. I designed a DIY LED light that you can see here. I've got a video on it, but what I did was I installed it on a wooden substrate, a wooden board. And just to make sure that this is as fireproof as possible, what I want to do instead is an LED light design which utilizes an aluminum panel. And I have an example of one of them here. I haven't made a video on it yet because I'm not 100% sold on how I've constructed it. So once I do, I'm going to replicate that design times 4 so that it can illuminate my entire fish room rack system. So that's first up on the list. Second up is hooking up this turtle tank. I know that I've talked about this in the past. I actually have a list of parts that I need to go buy to do this, but essentially what I'm going to do is remove this temporary tank. I'm going to slide the 300-gallon stock tank away from the wall just a little bit in order to feed a drain line out the back there and have an overflow going to my sump system, which is over here. And essentially what that's going to allow me to do is split my drip line so that one side of the drip line goes into my fish system and the other side of the drip line goes into the 300-gallon stock tank turtle tank, and then the overflow water from both of those goes into this wastewater bucket. So that's the plan there. That will mean no more water changes down here in the fish room. The fish system is already on that no water change, automatic water change system, and it's a huge time saver. So what I want to do is hook this up to it as well. It only makes sense. It's long overdue. I just haven't had the time or the energy to drain this 300-gallon stock tank, pull it about 2 inches away from the wall, and then fill it all back up again. It seems like a giant pain, but it's something that needs to be done. So 2016 is the year that it's going to happen. Third up is a UV sterilizer. With a system this large, especially a centralized system, if I ever get something and it starts to spread, it's going to be a very, very bad thing. So what I want to do is hook up a UV sterilizer into my filter system. I'll probably place it on the wall right about here and just feed a little pump that goes from my second barrel, the bio barrel, up to the UV sterilizer and then back down. That way I will hopefully protect my system from any pathogens that otherwise shouldn't be in the water column. At the same time, I'll probably set up a quarantine tank as well. It's something that I should have done a long time ago. I just haven't had the space or the time or the money to do that, but I think 2016 is the year to do that. I might end up putting that somewhere over here and just have a separate tank, a separate system set up, which is completely isolated from all of the other aquariums, which acts as a quarantine tank. That way when I get a new fish or a new plant or whatever, I can just toss it in there for a month or so and monitor it before I introduce it into the main system. Another thing which I've talked about in the past, but turns out it's kind of expensive, is a heat recovery ventilator. I have this dehumidifier which basically runs 24 hours a day, and I've got it set up so that the wastewater discharges from that into my 55-gallon drum here, and then that gets pumped out to my drain line to the house. but that creates a lot of excess noise down here. It uses a lot of electricity as it's basically running 24 hours a day. So an alternative to that is a heat recovery ventilator. And I believe what I'm going to do is install it right up here, which will allow me to plumb one end into the finished side of the basement, which is on the other side of this wall, and the other side into the fish room. And what that will allow me to do is suck all of the moist, warm air from in this fish room and push it outside. And at the same time, it's going to take all of the cool, dry air from outside and pull it into the house. The neat thing about a heat recovery ventilator is as those two air streams cross, the heat is retained and the humidity is what gets ejected outside. So what it's going to do is turn the air over in this fish room while maintaining the heat in the air. So it's going to be hot, dry air, which is a heck of a lot better, especially to keep the mold down and to keep the smell down as well. Again, the dehumidifier is working great, but it's a lot more expensive to run a dehumidifier than it is a heat recovery ventilator. So that's on the list for 2016. A few outdoor projects. I'm going to set up a container or a pond outside for some of my fish. Might not be fish that I have right now, but I do have this 300-gallon stock tank, which is staying inside, but I might do something similar and just put it outside. I know a lot of people have done container aquariums outside on patios and decks and whatnot. I want to try my hand at something like that, but instead of doing a small volume, I would probably do something larger, something like this, like a 150-gallon or a 300-gallon outdoor pond. I'll probably throw some heat and cold tolerant species in there and see how they do. Just let them go all spring and summer and into the fall and see how they do. If you have any suggestions on what species I should try out in an outdoor pond, definitely let me know. On that same vein, I'm also going to be working on a larger outdoor garden. I created a few raised bed gardens, but they didn't get enough light. But this fall I did cut down quite a few trees in the backyard, and I'm hoping to set up a larger, maybe a more permanent garden outside, which should be pretty cool. Back inside, I know a lot of people have been asking to buy fish and crayfish and everything else. I haven't been doing a very good job at selling or shipping fish. I've definitely done a great job of giving fish away for free. As I'm sure a lot of you know, these angels are actually ready to go. They're big enough to get rid of, and actually they're getting to the size where I need to start splitting them up. But I haven't done a great job at selling and shipping fish. So what I want to do is get rid of this 125. If you're in the Boston area and you want a 125, let me know. I'll give you a great deal. And set up a shipping desk here, maybe like a stainless steel desk that has all of my shipping supplies, so I can just walk from here to here and pack up boxes of fish and put them in the mail. Really looking forward to that. I just haven't really gotten serious about shipping fish yet because it's sort of a pain in the neck to bring all the supplies out and then pack up, you know, 1 or 2 bags and then put everything away. So that's on the list as well. Also, with the gardening theme, I know a lot of people have been asking about aquaponics, and a lot of people are testing out aquaponics. I'm a big fan of aquaponics as well, and so I think one thing that I might try this year is a small-scale indoor aquaponics system. I do have these mangroves, which actually look like they have an iron deficiency at the moment. But I do have these mangroves sitting in hydroton, which is an aquaponics media. And they're just sitting in these baskets in this turtle water. And they're doing pretty good. But what I might do is just set up some sort of small-scale aquaponics test. And actually, when this tank goes away, I might install that on the wall there and see if I can pump some water up and maybe have it trickle down back into the aquarium or into the stock tank, and then grow some plants. I don't know what kind of plants. I don't know if it's going to be turtle water or if it's going to be fish water or whatever. Obviously we don't want the risk of salmonella, so I'll figure that out as we get there. But I do want to try some sort of small scale indoor aquaponics. I don't want to go outdoors with it yet. I don't want to build a greenhouse yet, but I do want to kind of learn the basics of aquaponics because it is really interesting, and I think it's about time that I get into that as well. So the last two things, guys, number 9 and 10 on my list for 2016 is the launch of my Aquarium Box, our very own business, aquarium business. That's going to mean a lot of contests and prizes, and a lot of those are going to be featured in videos on this channel. So you can look forward to more contests and prizes from this channel in 2016. I know a lot of people run contests and prizes and they make it complicated, and I've done it in the past. We're going to try to make it as simple and easy as possible, just to get you the stuff that you need to make you great at your hobby. And the last thing on the list is more collaboration videos. If you go check out MA Fish Guy, if you go check out Mass Aquariums, and you go check out Aaron's Aquariums, you can see the other 3 co-owners of my Aquarium Box. We're going to do as much hanging out together as possible. Hopefully you guys don't get sick of seeing us together. It's going to happen a lot more here in the future, in 2016. We're pounding beers, enjoying life, packing aquarium boxes, and talking to you guys all at the same time. So anyways, guys, that's what's in store for 2016. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys later.